Hey guys, Papa Pete back with another pickup video. The theme of this video is friendship and having good friends who give you games. Or if they don't give you games directly, they think of you first when they have some games to get rid of, so you have first dibs. Anyway, can't wait to show you what I got. Stick around.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Okay guys, this is a really great episode because these are some things that you don't expect, and all of a sudden somebody sends you a message and they say, hey, I found some games, would you like to have them, or do you want to buy them, or anything like that. What great deals. It's always good to be known that you collect games. You've probably heard that many different times before. Get it out there that you collect games, and sometimes the games will come to you. Well, in this case, this is what's happened for some of these. Anyway, I want to start it off though by a quick yard sale find I picked up. I went out. Yard sales are getting kind of scarce around here because it's getting colder and colder, but went to one a couple weeks ago, and I did pick up 6 or 7 games that were good filler. There's no top titles here, but pretty good games to add to the collection and ones that I needed. First one I got is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. We all know the Grand Theft Auto games. This one is part of a set. I really do want to get the box sets. I think there's 2 different box sets if I'm not mistaken, but this was sitting right there. I didn't have it. There's no manual per se with it, but it does come with the map and the poster. So I thought that was pretty neat. Is that right side up? Yep. So the disc is in good shape. I'm still going to try to pick up the complete set sometime, and then maybe I'll get rid of this one. But in the meantime, great to add. Tiger Woods games. He's back. He won a tournament here, a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you'll ever see him putting out games again, but when he was putting his name to these games, each year they improved them. They were the best golf games ever made. So there's 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know, for the Xbox. I haven't got very many of them. I think this is only the second one I have. But really glad to add it to the collection, pick it up at a yard sale, and in great shape. Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. I consider this one of the big 3 first-person war simulators. Like, you get your Call of Duty, you have your Battlefield series, and you have your Medal of Honor series. So there's lots of them out there. There are small differences and improvements for each one. Different people like different ones better, but at the end of the day, they're all fun games to play. So once again, you have to have for your collection as well. So to go to a yard sale and pick it up for next to nothing, how do you beat that? Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. The next one I picked up is something that I'm not into extremely, but they are a lot of fun to play, just to throw in and play, and that's SSX 3 snowboarding games. I find that a lot of the snowboarding games and the skateboarding games, they're almost like toys. You know, you just play with them more than you actually try to get the better scores, but they still are a lot of fun to throw in, and some of the graphics in them are really well done. Anyway, SSX 3. I want to say SSX Tricky, but it's not. It's SSX 3. Back to sports games. ESPN Football. This is the first football game, non-Madden, that they made for the system. I think there's 2 or 3 more of the ESPN ones in the series, and then they stopped making these ESPN ones. But anyway, I do like the covers on this. The NHL hockey is similar cover with Jeremy Roenick. It looks like Bo Jackson to me. That can't be Bo Jackson. He's long done by then. Who the hell is it? I don't know. I should know who it is. I don't. Sorry. I'll check it out. FIFA games. Soccer's grown a lot in popularity in North America. Of course, these are huge when it comes to PAL games, all the rugby games, the soccer games, football to them. And but I've always enjoyed FIFA games, right since I got my first one for the Genesis back in about 92, 93. They're a lot of fun. There's quite a few of them for the Xbox. I believe this is the first one that I picked up. Anyway, great filler. Didn't pay anything for it. What a great series. So to get to the gifts that I got. You may or may not have seen a video that I did with 64-bit, about a year ago, about a buddy of mine at work who was talking to me one day, knew that I liked video games, and said that he had a whole bunch of cases for Genesis games. I think when all the games had gone to his nephew or something, or cousin or whatever like that, and he never saw the games again, but all the cases were still at his father's house. So they wanted to get rid of them, get them out of there, so he said, if you want them, you can have them. He knows I collect video games, so I got a message from him the other day. He had a few Xbox games to see if I wanted them. It ended up that there was only one out of all of them that I actually needed for my collection, but he said, if you want them, take them. So I got them. I'm going to trade them. That's great. The one that I needed for my collection, simple enough game, Madden 2004. Again, just on the collection. I got 2002 in this pile, 2004 here. I don't know what ones I need. I'd take a look, but I could go to some of the stores and probably pick them up very, very easily. In the meantime, though, glad to add that one to my collection out of a personal lot, and they're all in great shape. So on that note, he also had Madden 07. That one I'll use for trade bait. I'll trade it somewhere, get a game that I need, maybe trade it for 06 or some other game. We got NHL 2004, same thing. I already had this one. The NHL hockey games, the EA Sports ones, in my mind, are the best hockey games. I used to have the 2K5, well, I still do, or 2K6, whatever it was, when I started playing the Xbox back around 2005. But I've always really liked the EA Sports ones better, dating back from when I really started playing them on the Genesis. MechAssault. My last pickup video, I told you I just picked this up for next to nothing up Moncton in beautiful shape. This one's in beautiful shape as well. What a great game. So I'll definitely be able to trade that with somebody to see if anybody needs it. Outlaw Tennis. The Outlaw series is very interesting. There's about 7 or 8 different games. I have about half them now. I did already have this Outlaw Tennis. Just a fun tennis game with a lot of silliness and for mature audiences. So I enjoy games like that. Okay, so this last one that he gave me is a great game by Ubisoft, Prince of Persia: Warrior Within. Again, though, I already had this game. It's a great historic series, the Prince of Persia series. So you never can go wrong with this. I'm sure I'm going to be able to get rid of this and get something that I actually need for my collection. If anybody has a need, let me know down in the comments. Maybe we can work something out. The next batch of games that I got came from somebody who is just awesome to collect with, to collect for. He makes great videos. I work with him a little bit. You might have seen me in some of their videos, but Dan from the Rebel Gaming Club, he's been picking things up. He's collecting some Xbox as well, just like I am. And when he gets some doubles, he always sends me a pic and says, hey, you got this one, you got this one. And he sets them aside, sends them up. I'll do the same for him. I set him up with a Crystal Xbox a while back. Friggin', it's awesome. This is the best part about collecting games and having friends. You can help each other get your collections complete. Anyway, what he sent me up this time was The Hobbit. It's a Sierra game, for Pete's sakes. I love Sierra games. I know it's not exactly the same Sierra, but I don't know. I grew up playing Sierra games on the computer, and there's just something about that name and this type of thing that's really magical to me. Perfect condition. The book is like a novel. It's so thick and heavy. The disc is absolutely pristine. What a great pickup. Thank you very much, Dan. Now, the other 2 games that he sent up to me were Tak, the Great Juju Challenge. There's that one. And Tak 2, the Staff of Dreams. 2 great 3D platformers for the series. Oh my God, like I said before, it's just so amazing to have somebody looking out for you when you need games like this. I have a hard time finding these games. Dan sees a few more down there, so when he sees a double for his collection, he just sends me a note, and there we go. Really a great setup. Thank you very much, Dan. You don't know how much I appreciate it. Okay, do you remember how I said in the intro, it's not only friends that know you collect video games that give you things, but sometimes it's just people who give you dibs on what they found. People who know you're into video games and come to you first. Well, that's how I got this great deal. I'm going to tell you, I got out of work one day and turned on my phone, and popped up, a message popped up, and it was somebody who had found some games, a couple systems, and was wondering if I was interested. And of course I was. So within an hour, I just said, how much you looking for? $20. $20 for this system. And they said they had an N64 and a Super Nintendo. 6 games for the Super Nintendo and 1 for the N64. $20. How can I turn it down? And then I went to get it, and I'll show you what I actually got. First of all, this was a Super Nintendo. It's the late model, which I did not have. Everything was there except for the power cord, which it could take a standard old power cord. I'm not worried about it. I've taken it all apart, cleaned it up. It seems to work fine. 2 controllers. The N64. 2 controllers. I was short one of these. It had the power pack, so I almost always look for the power pack for the N64 when I pick it up. And then with the N64 was a copy of Turok. I haven't played this game a whole lot, but of course I've seen it online lots. I've heard of it, of course, Turok. I remember reading about it, the acclaimed game Turok back in that time when it came out. So I have to clean up this N64. I have a couple already, but I'm going to try to trade it off for some other stuff in my collection. But let's get to the 6 SNES games that went with that. Well, there were 6, but they weren't SNES games. Was I ever surprised to pull out 6 NES games? I got Simon's Quest, Rygar, Top Secret Episodes, Golgo 13, great game, underrated game right there. Demon Sword, Wizards and Warriors, the original. And last but not least, a copy of Raid 2020. I don't know if I've ever seen that game before. Not worth a whole lot of money, but I certainly didn't have it for my collection. I didn't have Wizards and Warrior either. I'm so glad to add those to my collection. And then I also ended up with these 4 games that I can use to trade for other games that I need. Again, N64, all hookups, 2 controllers. Late model SNES with the hookup, the AV cord, 2 controllers, no power cord. I can get an adapter for it. Grand total, $20. That's why it pays to have people know that you collect video games. Hold it, cut, that's it. Hold on. Remember I told you it's good to have friends who know you collect games? Well, while I was locked up here in my room filming the episode, somebody came to the house. I don't know who it was. I didn't hear the door. All I did was go outside and they found this. While I was filming the episode, somebody left me a GameCube. How great is that? Anyway, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's good to have friends. Alright guys, that's it for this pickup video. What a great haul. Lots of great Xbox games. 2 systems. SNES I didn't have. I didn't have that version of the SNES. Another N64. I can use that to get some other stuff. And some great NES games. Anyway, thanks a lot for spending a little bit of time with me today, guys. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to
Watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.